Okay guys, welcome back to EAK TV. I'm really happy to say I'm here with Gilbert Galea, the General Manager of Castille Labs. Gilbert, how are you today?
Oh, I'm fine. And being part of this conference is actually an amazing experience. And I really appreciate the energy that there is today and even yesterday in terms of the move towards blockchain. Fantastic to see all of this momentum, guys. Yeah.
What would you say has been your favorite part of Delta Summit so far?
So, to be really honest, we followed, we're following the blockchain throughout as part of the technology as well, because that's what we do. We are the technical arm of Castille, and I'll explain that later. But besides, of course, the technology itself, let's say, we are also here to network with the companies setting up. Because we are seeing a lot of interest even before the conference, but we're also expanding that as well through the conference as well to support companies that are setting up here and looking for great talent to achieve their strategy and build their own blockchain products. Yeah,
great. So can you tell us more about Castille Labs, about yourself and what you guys are doing?
Sure. So I will backtrack a little bit and start with Castille first. So Castille is the professional network in tech and finance in Malta. Okay, so basically we've been set up here since 2006. Okay, deeply rooted in Malta, and of course we support our clients with specialist search in tech and finance, as I said, and managed talent solutions. So basically we build teams customized for our clients in terms of the skill that they need to achieve this strategy, and of course provide that as a managed talent service. Yeah, so giving the business continuity and the scalability of the talent as well for their needs. So basically I run actually the managed talent division, which is called Castille Labs, and we have headquarters here in Malta and delivery centers in Mauritius and in Poland. Okay.
And is most of your resources based in Malta itself, or is it overseas as well?
So it's basically across the 3 countries, okay? Because of course the customized teams for our clients would include an onshore component close to the client, and then augmented with the offshore capacity, that we have through our delivery centers. So it's basically where the client needs it. Both from the particular skill that we are building for the client, and also the stability and the scalability that comes from the offshore. It's that mix which creates the magic, let's say, for us. Yeah.
And is there any blockchain projects that you're already working with?
So at the moment we do not have blockchain clients per se, but we are receiving a lot of interest from blockchain investors. So we're talking to 2 to 3 a week. Okay, at the moment. Of course, being in this conference here, we accelerated even that kind of networking as well. And as I was saying, we're helping them setting up, even they have questions about what it means to find the great talent, that they require, and also what it means to operate in Malta, let's say in terms of an employment cost, in terms of their families and how they, the lifestyle, let's say, that they would need to fit within Malta. So we're helping them in a number of ways. Of course, mainly our bread and butter is the talent that we can provide. Yeah.
Okay, and why do you think it is that Malta have decided to take the lead with regulations in blockchain?
So of course, being the market leader, let's say, has always its advantages, right? And however, I would say, besides that, Malta is very well and uniquely positioned, I would say, given the forefront it has on, particularly from the gaming sector, and a number of other sectors where it was a forefront. It was only a natural, let's say, evolution of all of that to move into the blockchain now ecosystem, and particularly even the fact that the geographical footprint of Malta and how nimble and we are, in actually implementing and being at the forefront of that, I think makes Malta a good place to be, and of course we benefited from that, let's say. So I would say it is, let's say, the best place for it to be a hub of this kind of technology, and there's a lot of great people that was already here on the island and willing to move on in their career journey to actually explore this space here.
So you mentioned that Castille's been on the island since 2006, I think you mentioned. So you've seen the exponential growth of Malta over the gaming years, maybe over the gambling years, and now in blockchain. Would you say that this blockchain growth is any different from gaming? Is it going to be more explosive, or would you say it's quite similar to what you experienced before?
I would say it is quite similar. Yeah, we'd like to see it as financial services. Yeah, married, let's say, gaming. Yeah, and had a child. Yeah, and the child is called blockchain. So that's exactly the way we're seeing actually, because so it's very much of the same kind of momentum was here in the gaming, and the same maybe kind of unknowns were as well when the gaming industry started. However, the potential, let's say, that blockchain has today, in terms of the disruption that it can create, and also in the way of life, let's say, and where we place our trust with assets that we have, yeah, I think the disruption is even bigger. Yeah, with blockchain, the disruption is even bigger. Are we sure what's going to happen? Are we sure where our money is going to be? All of those questions would need to be answered. Yeah, pretty much fast, because we need once we instill that trust, let's say, yeah, then the uptake will increase, and once the uptake will increase, it's a one-way ticket. There's no going back, because once the uptake is there, then particularly on the virtual currency side, but also even in the use of the ledger for a variety of transaction-based, let's say, processes. Once the uptake is there, then you just need to follow. Yeah. That's it. The uptake will cover it all.
Yeah. So have you found any difficulties scaling up your business to accommodate the blockchain space?
So, like everyone, yeah, we do have challenges, of course, when it comes to talent. Yeah, I mean, talent is the new gold. Yeah. What we find, however, that being the new gold, we need to be a little bit more innovative in how we dig for it. Yeah, so we need to find alternative ways, let's say, for digging that talent, and what we mean by that is that we, first of all, we are providing an infrastructure which facilitates not only the finding of the talent, but also retaining it, because through our managed talent solutions arm, in fact, we're giving a number of options in a number of sectors to our people, our own people. So we're providing the solution to find, retain, and scale. So it is we through the infrastructure we have in the 3 countries. Yeah, it is easier, let's say, to find the talent. The fact that we're giving options, it's easier for us to retain the talent, and also to grow, because we get a lot of interest from candidates rather than we looking for them ourselves. Yeah. So we do a lot of employer branding. We explain what it means to be part of the Castille Labs journey as well, and part of the journey that Castille would follow throughout your career, and that of course brings interest and supports, let's say, us in finding the great talent we need.
Cool. Do you have any latest developments or any latest news you want to share with our viewers today?
So I think what we need to embrace, let's say, is particularly for Malta. Is that there is a lot of potential. It's amazing, as I was saying here in the conference. What we're seeing is the trends in also collaborating, let's say, more for talent, and we're collaborating on even core, let's say, business transformations, rather than looking back 10 years ago, let's say. In Malta, the trend was more towards, like I said, I will outsource, let's say, my non-core activity. Today, since the partnerships are more towards core skills that are required for your transformation, those core skills, which are hard to source, retain, and scale, one needs to keep an open mind on how to partner up and engage in models which 10 years ago, let's say, didn't even exist, or they used to exist with limited scope. Okay, so this is a trend that we're seeing. It's a trend as well that we need to embrace, let's say, and evolve, and also to grow in the strategy that that the island has, right, to grow exponentially, we need to also move away from the bums on seats concept, because to achieve what we are set to achieve here, we will never, the footprint of Malta will never be enough. So you need to collaborate, let's say, with partners that have that international footprint and can provide you with the skill that you need. So these are the trends, I would say, and developments that we're seeing in the market. We are, of course, embracing them and actually growing even our company through those trends as well. And we need to keep an open mind, definitely, in this space. Yeah?
Cool. And so where do you see the blockchain space in 5 years in Malta?
So I would say it is a bit early stages to understand the extent of where blockchain will go. The potential and the ingredients are there for it to be a disruptive technology. I would say it will be integrated in a number of different areas, particularly where the trust and, let's say, the element where you need to go back and understand whether a person is trustworthy or not to do business. So there will be a space for it for sure in a number of areas. Exactly where it will be, I'm not sure, but we will be, of course, leading on that front and preparing ourselves, and actually monitoring, how things go by. So we provide, the best support that we can. Yeah.
Okay, and where can we hear more about Castille? Where can we find more information?
So, of course, online, I would say the first place is go to www.castilleresources.com. There you will see our search portal, and also our basically where we have all the vacancies in Malta, and where even our clients can also have their own profile. Okay, and attract talent directly through our portal. And of course, for the managed talent solutions space, it's www.castillelabs.com. Okay, one word. So that's it. And of course, you'll see us around in all of the conferences. FHRD is next now on the 19th of October, where we will be again on the panel discussing talent and alternative as well talent models. So definitely, you'll hear from us, yeah?
Cool. Thanks, Gilbert. That's EAK TV. Thanks for joining us today. Enjoy the rest of the summit.